Good evening. We are live. This is Monday Night Live. I'm Paul. This is PKS Runs. This is a weekly live chat that I started doing a few weeks ago so that I could chat with you guys about running. No one in real life really wants to talk to me about running, so I'm having to engage with you guys online. It's actually pretty fun. So, do say hello in the comments. Let me know where you are dialing in from, and please ask some questions. We'll talk about running. If no one asks any questions, hey again, Paul. Good to hear from you. How has your training week gone? I hope it has been better than mine was last week. Mine was an absolute car crash. The week just ended up being super busy because I'm an adult and adulting absolutely sucks. That's the summary of last week. Back down in my office, forgot to bring a cup of tea down with me. Absolutely rookie error, but hey ho. How's your training going, Paul? I hope it has been good this week. Um, hey, David, you're back and you can comment. This is great news. Well done. David, whereabouts are you based? Do let us know. Pleased to hear your training is going well. That's good news. Um, I am not enjoying this weather at the moment. It's really frustrating. Very much looking forward to the oh that's good news. I'm going to take that as a compliment. Yeah, the weather at the moment is just absolutely diabolical. Oh, good. What have you been looking forward to in particular? Um, is it my voice? Is it my handsome face? My slightly I think my hair at the moment looks like a Highland cow. Um, I'm not sure what is going on with it. I know that I'm in the middle deep in the middle of a midlife crisis. That I'm 100% sure of. That's why I think I think I acknowledged that when I started this YouTube channel about 2.5 years ago. I was like, this is 100% a midlife crisis. Um, but yeah, do ask away, ask your questions. I am going to try and find a more sophisticated way of doing the YouTube lives. I know that there is all sorts of streaming software I could use, and I could then add little overlays and fun stuff. At the moment, we're just using boring old YouTube. Um, so I don't think I can do anything exciting in here other than just talk, basically. Um, we for those of you who have listened to the PKS Running Club podcast, which I think I made 4 episodes of that. I've been talking to a few different people about recording some episodes, which is exciting. There's going to be a whole new season in the new year. Going to be talking to a triathlete, a running expert, going to be talking to a high roxer. Going to be just throwing banter at them, really, because high rocks is something that I do not understand. Um, it looks like your training went okay. You're not a professional runner. People have lives. Yeah, that is exactly it. I think at the end of the day, last week, um, I still got a reasonably decent amount of miles or kilometers in, but you have to work. You have to kind of keep that working. Uh, yeah, work has to work and family are the priority. Family first, then work, then running. So I did sacrifice the gym a little bit, which was probably the right decision. In my last training block, I tried to do everything, like not miss the running, not miss the gym, not miss work, not miss family. And I ended up just absolutely exhausted. So, yeah, I really appreciated, I think, having a couple of like easy days over the weekend. Uh, Gives me a couple of weeks to absolutely nail it. Really want to dial it in this week, and hopefully have a really, really positive week. So my intention is to try and get all of my runs done by Saturday. So a couple of double run days so that on Sunday I can just rest again. Really, really enjoyed that on Sunday. Not getting out, just chillaxing. So, any experience of ultra running? Great question. Okay, short answer, not really. Long answer, not really. In I think the last day of June, I did 50K just as I don't know, I went out for a run after the gym and I felt good and I kept on running. I was on a week off. Um, and yeah, I did 50K for some reason. I don't know why I did 50K. I think I just sort of felt like, oh, I want to do something long. I'd really love to do an ultra. I'd really, really love to do an ultra. Um, Bizarrely, I really enjoy running on the road. Um, I am pretty scared of heights. If you go back far enough in my YouTube videos, there's a video of me when I was on holiday in the Lake District running up Catbells, and I'm absolutely terrified. So I don't think like fell running ultras are going to be my thing, but I like the idea of ultra running because I quite enjoy like the kind of the slightly lower intensity. Like I really enjoy low heart rate running. I think from what I can gather, like ultras are just a bit more chill. I might be wrong on that. So one of the races I'd really like to do is Race to the Stones, which I think starts somewhere north of London and you end up at Avebury Circle. So you run along the um, kind of like Salisbury Plains and all sorts of. Well, I mean, it's about 90 miles. So I like the sound of it. What I don't like, I read quite a few books over the summer. About it's an eating competition. Yeah. I read a few books about ultras over the summer, and what I don't like is, I guess, the level of exhaustion that you get at the end of those events where you then can't run for like a month or 2 months because your feet are so destroyed. And for me, running is such a integral part of my daily life. To not be able to run because I've gone out and done an ultra just kind of just feels a bit, I don't know. Yeah, one wrong running picnic. The other side of it is I've never run with a fuel belt. I've run with a backpack, and I don't enjoy the sensation of being like harnessed down, full of like, even when I did the 50 kilometers, I did it on a crazily hot day. I just took my bank card, or I say my bank card. I took my phone, which had Apple Pay on it, and I just bought snacks as and when, um, which I quite like. So the kind of the whole thing with ultras where it's like, oh, you've got a mandatory kit list, got to take waterproof trousers and all of this paraphernalia, kind of just uh, maybe I'll do an informal one. Maybe I'll just do an anti ultra run where it's me, some others. Maybe I should do like fastest known times or something. But I wouldn't be the fastest. That's the problem. So maybe I would just do a known time, something like the South Devon, South Downs Way, or something like that. Have you done any ultras, you guys? I would, yeah, certainly like to hear your thoughts, reflections on them. Ultra runners seem like a whole different breed, if I'm honest. Like anyone who can like be running up a hill, get to an aid station, chow down a jacket potato and chili, I think like you deserve the buckle. You really do. I think that's an impressive skill. Um, yeah. Um, I used to do a lot more trail running actually than I do now. Um, if I want to do a really good trail run, I have to drive, whereas I used to live right by really good trails, and I felt like I could pretty much just leave my house and head straight onto the trails. Whereas now I need to drive if I want to get somewhere like semi decent. So yeah, kind of frustrating, really. Arc of attrition. I'm going to Google that. What whilst we're talking, the arc of attrition. I can tell people about the arc of attrition. Arc of attrition. January. UTMB. It's a UTMB event. Okay, so for those of you who are watching, the arc of attrition has a 162-kilometer race, 100 miles. No, yay, yay. 162 kilometers, an 81-kilometer, a 40-kilometer, a 20-kilometer. If you do the 162-kilometer race, there's a 4,900-meter elevation gain. Which one are you doing, David? This is absolutely insane. Even the 20 kilometers has got 500 meters of elevation. Right, where is this? Okay, Southwest Coast Path. Southwest Coast Path. Okay, I can see why there's so much elevation. That coast path is absolutely bonkers. You're doing the 100 miler. Of course you are. Of course you are. Okay. Gee. So are you doing this? Question. Are you doing this so that you can get the points to enter UTMB? I think I wouldn't do it. I'd rather do another marathon after Valencia. Hey, Matt, how you doing? Another Valencia runner. I don't think Matt would need any persuading to do the arc of attrition. I think he would be in because he is racing every single weekend, come rain or shine. Okay, so right, 100 big pass. Yeah, I mean, you start at Coverack. Oh, jeepers creepers. Yeah, in January. I mean, just sounds absolutely brutal. 100 miles in January, 36-hour time limit. David, you are an absolute hero. Is it? Have you done one of these before? If so, wow, seriously impressed. I think that is absolutely hardcore. Matt, how's the training for Valencia going? Okay, yeah, fairly anti UTMB, but yeah, okay. Yeah, I think I'm fairly anti UTMB just because it looks exhausting and I'm scared of heights. I think it genuinely does look terrifying and sound terrifying. I read, oh gosh, the guy who wrote Running with the Kenyans talk about it, and it just sounds brutal. It really does. I think people that do that race it's insane. It does seem like a whole different thing though. Um, yeah, that one, I don't know, maybe 100 miles. I think I could get behind it on a flat ground, like the Thames Path 100. I think I could probably maybe get behind that, but not yet. I don't think. Not yet. Gosh, really impressive. Very, very impressive. What shoes do you wear for that even? Pair of Innovates? Let's say, okay, had a half marathon Sunday, 3.5 hours sleep, 5 pints, no breakfast, no gels. Faded at 10 miles. Matt, I'm amazed you made it to the start line. That is absolutely solid. That's commitment with 4 weeks to go to Valencia as well. No breakfast, no gels. Were you drunk the night before? Like, were you hungover? One of my worst races ever was the Chicago Lakefront 10 miler a few years ago. I've told this story a few times, but I don't know if I've told it on the channel. I arrived in Chicago for a work conference on the Saturday night. I'd signed me and the team up to run this 10 miler. Everybody else on the team was doing the 5K. And I got absolutely shit faced on the Saturday night. Like vomiting in the restaurant. It was absolutely terrible. And woke up the following morning with the hangover to beat all hangovers. Did the race, missed a marshal's turn, ended up running an extra 2 or so miles just along the waterfront on my own, thinking, "Gosh, this is odd. I didn't feel like I was leading, but now there's no one around me." Absolute howler. Absolute howler. So yeah, got back, finished it. A couple of people did actually follow me down the kind of the dead end, but they turned around. Yeah, yeah. Horrible day as well. The rest of that day was absolutely awful. So I feel for you. Yes, good. I'm pleased to hear that you're locked in for Valencia. We don't want that kind of behavior in Spain. No way. The Spanish won't tolerate that. Which starting pen are you guys all in? Paul is also running Valencia. I believe I'm in the blue corral. Email came through at the weekend, um, which I think hopefully should be a fast one. I'll be watching your last week's video after this. Well, last week ended up being a bit of a write-off, actually, Matt. It was I did get some good runs in, but not. I was hoping for 145 kilometers. I got 76. That's the summary. Lots of rest days, lots of tiredness. Ep.4. I have no idea where that is. I don't know why I asked. It'll be in my emails. Anyway, yeah, last week's video. I was pretty flat yesterday actually when I recorded it. I said to my wife, normally I get her down here to the office and I give her a neck massage whilst I get her to review the video. I didn't even get her to review the video. I was like, I don't know, it just doesn't feel like it was a great one. So I appreciate you watching it, Matt. Yeah, it'll something to stick on whilst you're having a bath or something else. Blue polka dot. Love that. Is there a blue polka dot? And yeah, interesting. Um, I'm guessing is the what am I trying to say here? The 8:25, 8:15 for you. You're the start of the normies waves. 8:15, yeah, which is actually pretty nice. I like that. I think that's a good start time. I think London Marathon was like 9 or something ridiculous. So 8:15 feels very good. What was I trying to say? The expo. I don't know where the expo is, but I'm really looking forward to it. I'm hoping that there'll be some different brands to check out, some Spanish brands. Always a fan of an international expo. Went to the Rome half marathon last year, and the expo was pretty decent. Just nice to see somewhere else, see some other running socks, running vests, etc. Different fuel, 4 hours. Yeah, okay, that's the 4-hour wave. Yeah. Paul, number 1 chatter. Matt, number 2 chatter. It's good. Who else have we got in here? We've got a few other people listening, evidently. So if you catch you up, you're not catching me, mate. I'm just saying it. You ain't catching me. Yeah. If you pass, yeah. I'm really hoping that this is all gonna go well this time. I really, yeah, I everything indicates that this one should go well. But pick up another bolt in the shoe, get tripped over by somebody, break my ankle. Yeah, everything can change. I hope that you won't catch me because that will mean that I've had a good race and you haven't blown out too fast right at the very beginning. No more bolt gate. Exactly. There was an Australian guy actually who had a paper clip, rather a bulldog clip, got stuck in his shoe at I think it was a Sydney Marathon, and he ran a 2:40, so made me look like an absolute fool. Yeah, he didn't cry, and he tagged me in his video to make me, really, really rubbed it in. Anyway, I still think my story's better. Actually, still need to buy my race shoes. Let's talk about race shoes. What are you going to be running in? Let me know in the comments. Comments. They're there for me. Trying to, gosh, you wouldn't believe how hard live streaming is. It's incredibly hard. Do let me know. I am going to be running in Alpha Flies, shoe of choice for races. Adios Pro 4. Nice. Feria. A feria. No, that's Italian. That's not right. I presume that is not in the city centre. I presume it's also on some sort of public transport. So I'll look forward to going to that. How do you get on with the Adidas, Matt? Have you always run in them? Are you a brand loyalist, or are you a frequent swapper? Interested to know. And Paul, what are you going to be running in? Keen to know your shoe of choice. Just so you know, guys, we're going to keep this going until about 8 o'clock, and then we'll call it a night. Last week I got in trouble because I went on for almost an hour, and yes, my wife wasn't happy with me. Anyway, I don't know why I'm whispering. She can't hear me. She's in the house. It's not difficult to get to. It's switched in January. Had about 8 pairs of Alpha 2. Ooh, flashing your cash there, Matt. Yeah, okay. Never thought about the Alpha 3s, or you just, I guess, if they work, they work. I If they weren't so expensive, I would love to try some different carbon race day shoes. Nice, nice. Never ever run in a Brooks shoe. Fun fact. In fact, never actually run in an Adidas shoe either. Um, if you don't count, like, I think the very first pair of running shoes, I think I technically had a pair of running shoes that were Adidas before I was a runner. They were just trainers back then. But yeah, I've never run in a pair of Brooks. I've never run in a pair of Adidas. Don't think I've ever run in a pair of Pumas, Hokas. Actually, I tell you what, I'll list the ones I have run in: New Balance, Asics, Nike, Mizuno, actually. So yeah, I think those are the only 4 I've actually run in. If you exclude Innovate for trail running, which I've never really veered away from those, if I'm honest. Apart from I've got a pair of Nike Pegasus trail shield type shoes that I got in a Nike outlet in America just because they were like $40 and it felt criminal to not buy them. And I've worn them about 3 times, which is also criminal. So at the moment, they're costing me about £13 or $13 per wear. Okay, let's talk about fueling. What are your fueling strategies? Are you going to be, carb loading the morning before you go out? Obviously, big breakfast. I'm presuming, Matt, you're going to be changing your tactics from this weekend. How many gels are you taking? Is it a certain time that you're going to be taking them? I'm going to be looking to go the Science in Sport beta gels, one every 25 minutes. The new ones that they've released, yes, definitely would collaborate with other YouTubers. Open for invites. Have you got a channel? Definitely would love to collaborate because it's way more interesting than just me on my own the whole time. And good for Matt's got a channel. Matt and I should collaborate. And in fact, I've got my piano in front of me. Matt plays his piano on YouTube. Hang about. There you go. I've got my piano in front of me. Maybe you could hear that. You probably couldn't. Your channel is dead. Okay. Oh. I thought it was there. We could bring it back to life. We could do some YouTube duets. Yeah, definitely up for collaboration. 40 grams of carbs every 25 minutes. New Science and Sport have got electrolytes. Electrolytes is my biggest issue because cramps have been my nemesis. I'm hoping that with the salt stick tabs and the electrolytes within the cis gels, I'm hoping that it won't be a problem this time. Yeah. Paul, what's your fueling strategy? And Matt, actually, you haven't given your fueling strategy. What are your plans? Graveyard. Okay, it's dead, done. One gel every 4 miles as long as I can stomach bother it. Water at most slash all stations. Yeah. I'm gonna carry a little squeezy flask this time. I'm gonna be running in little half tights, not little, I mean just normal sized half tights. So that I can stash gels like a little squirrel down my legs and also have a little squeezy bottle that can have some carb mix, water. I don't tend to I don't tend to drink very much when I train. If anything. In fact, most days, so I did 25K this morning, and I didn't drink anything on that. Was absolutely fine. Obviously, in Spain, it might be slightly, but actually, it'd probably be about the same temperature. So I will drink water so long as I can get the electrolytes as well. I don't know if there are any. Like, I've not even looked at whether there are any energy drinks that they're giving out at Valencia. Does anybody know? Anybody? Anyone? Bueller? Bueller? There we go. Popular reference from the 80s there for those of you who are old enough, which I think is probably all of us, in fairness. Yeah. So why did you kill your channel, Matt? This will be a conversation for an in-person meetup in Spain, I'm sure. I think I will do a little shakeout run on the Saturday morning. It's going to be somewhere near the finish line. Um, Maybe run down to the waterfront and back, a couple of kilometers. Keep it super easy. I will probably add details to that on Strava and on YouTube as well. Create a link and a activity invite if people want to come. In case you're wondering, am I wearing the same jumper that I was wearing yesterday? Yes, I am. If you watch yesterday's video, I have a toxic trait that I just like to wear the same clothes every single day for a week, pretty much, because it just makes it really easy for me to handle. I don't really do much for fashion. I wear the same pair of sports shorts, and I'll put a jumper on at the beginning of the week, and then I'll wear it to the end. It's easy. Powerade. Ooh, that's the like horrible blue stuff, isn't it? I probably won't risk that. Um, unless it's like lemon flavor. May join you for the shakeout. Yeah, do. Yeah, I'll post some details on it on the thing. Probably like 9ish. Don't want it to be too early. Order or run down the dry riverbed. Yeah. Where's that? I mean, I know there's like a park that kind of runs through the city. Yeah, I'll have a look. I'll have a play around. Don't need to do anything. Probably sort of 25 minutes. 10. Yeah, 10's great. The later the better, quite frankly. I'm not going to do what I did on London Marathon. I did a shakeout run at I think it was Hyde Park. I then walked around for some reason, like ridiculous reason. Laura and I then walked all over London, did about 30,000 steps the day before the London Marathon, which I don't even, I have no idea what I was thinking. Honestly, no idea. Didn't, yeah, didn't even get breakfast because yeah, it's just stupid. Anyway, I will not be doing that in Valencia at all. Yeah, I'll look at routes. I tell you, this time last year, the riverbed in Valencia was not dry. I can tell you that much. I don't know. I think it was about this. It was about this time last year. They had crazy flooding. I wasn't there, but yeah, looked absolutely awful. I ran 5 miles day before Palma. Felt amazing there. 2.10, yeah, 2:51.0 bonk. Finished fast despite hills and twists. Yeah, solid. That was the one you did a few weeks ago, wasn't it? Yeah, I mean that looked absolutely brilliant. I mean, the taper. I feel like there is good science around the taper. I think at the end of the day, every person is different and uh, rises to the race day challenge differently. I think the day before Loch Ness, I think I did about 4 miles, maybe 3 miles on the flat. I can't remember. I'd have to look back at it. Um, nothing too crazy. I'm trying to think. Lisbon, I don't think I did anything. Manchester, I did like 2 miles. London was about 3, and then all the steps. I think the key is if your legs are fresh, you're well fueled, and you've been used to running like back-to-back days. Um, you were 14th. Yeah, yeah, I know. I think if I get my biggest hill can be yeah, the course looks, I mean, incredible. I think I looked at the stats as well. I think if I get my 240, I'm still not even in the top 1,000. I mean, it's absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. 5,000 sub threes last year. Um, the only thing you can hope in that sort of situation, I don't know how you found this in, maybe we could do a podcast episode, Matt, talking about all your running and your coaching and all the stuff that you do. But, I wonder what it's going to be like to have so many fast runners around you. Just like it's going to be really, really A, intense, but B, it's going to be, I hope it's going to be super encouraging. Like, I really do. Um, I feel like I always do better when there are other people around. Like today, coming in off my run, as soon as I'm like, if I'm running past someone on a footpath, I'm always able to find like that little bit of extra energy just to kind of like, okay, slow the heart rate down, slow the breathing down, increase the cadence, bit more vertical oscillation, make myself look good. You can always pull it out the bag if there's someone watching. When there's no one there, very hard. 24. Oh, 240. It's like 24? What are we talking? 240 is mad. Yeah. No, you won't be last. No way. Four I think 4 hours is still a fast marathon. Absolutely still a fast marathon. It's just I think there is just a huge wave of people that go for their sub threes at Valencia because it's renowned as flat and fast. I guess as well, none of it is on the coast looking at the map. So I'm guessing it's all pretty buffered from wind and yeah, big prize pot. I don't think I've got a chance. I suspect it'll be an Ethiopian or a Kenyan. Um, Often is, if I'm honest. Um, so I think I can say that. I think we've got 6 people watching now. It's a peak. The numbers it ebbs and flows. Always fun to watch the statistics. If you're new here, you're coming in right at the end. 40,000 runners. Yeah, I think it's fast, but just like London. As in congested, or there are bolts on the road, or just super popular. Actually super disappointed. Yeah, congested. Yeah, that makes sense. Actually super disappointed that at the New York Marathon, they took the world record for the largest number of finishes, which does render my world record certificate up there completely useless. Yeah. Paid like £25 for that as well. So what a waste of money. Should have just put that towards shoes. Oh, okay. First 5Ks on the coast. Oh, nice. Okay. Okay, I evidently have not done nearly enough research. I can tell you where I'm flying to, I can tell you where I'm staying, but I could not tell you anything about the actual race itself. Um, so yeah. Any other questions here? Before I go and make my cup of tea, I'm gonna have a little mini Mars bar. I think they're called a fun size Mars bar. It's about as exciting as the treats go. Although I would say this, confession time, on the road on Friday on my way home. No, Thursday on my way home from the golf day. I did have, bearing in mind that I'd been very well fed at this corporate golf day. I had a big bag of Maltesers, a little packet of Pringles at the first stop. At the second stop, I had a big bag of Revels and a Christmas cake And I've got a feeling that I might have had a 2-pack of Ice Spice buns from the Marks and Spencers as well. Yeah, I really went big on the snacking. Um, so yeah. But this is a good point. Well, now that I've done my confession of a evening of crazy unhealth, it is now a good chance to say goodbye. Guys, thanks so much for joining. It's great to chat with you. If you've got suggestions, if you've got questions, content you'd like me to cover, just send me a message. Um, Send me an email, paul@pksruns.com. Don't sign me up for anything. I do not want to receive dick enlargement emails. I get enough of those already, and I've already subscribed to most of them. So please just keep it clean. Obviously, send me a message on probably the easiest way to get me to respond is Instagram. Generally pretty good at responding on there. But guys, have a great week. Don't forget to catch up on the latest videos on the channel, and we'll see you again next week. Have a great week, everybody. And yes, see you in Valencia.